Now, another one that we're going to take a look at is going to be my Patriot supply. No, I don't want to enter your giveaway. Please don't put that on my screen. Now, if you're not familiar with my Patriot supply, it is essentially another system in which you can buy all of your preparedness needs. Now, you can buy meal kits, you can buy electronics, you can buy package deals, all sorts of stuff. You will see this in. There are a few YouTubers, a few gun tubers specifically, who are repping this sort of stuff because there is a big overlap between the gun community and the prepper community, which is not a bad thing by any means. If you're a gun person, you're prepared in one way, and then preppers are more of a, let's say, holistic approach to being prepared, not just for like some sort of social unrest, but for just about anything you could think of. So having food, water, medical, all of those sort of like long-term supplies, not a bad thing whatsoever. Now, the problem with my Patriots supply specifically is that if you check their reviews and go to any like review aggregate website, it's pretty darn bad. So, I mean, if we skip the review portion, because the review portion isn't as important, go to the user reviews. There are a few positive ones as of late, or not as of late, but some of the newer ones are a little bit more positive. Maybe they've changed, or maybe they're just trying to boost themselves a little bit with some false reporting, let's say. But if you go down and you start reading some of these, it is pretty egregious as to what happened. We'll go ahead and read this guy from Robert Polsum from Florida. He says, "They lied about their replacement insurance. I was hit directly from Hurricane Ian, and my home had a Cat 3 storm surge. Very gross and nasty fecal waste water. I was told that the insurance I got was no good and my food is fine. Sorry, nothing they can do. Such a lousy and unpatriotic resolution. Do not buy thinking you have insurance if things go wrong. You'll get the 'I'm so sorry, my management said your food is fine.'" So essentially, you can buy, of course, insurance on your food in some sort of natural disaster. That's something that they offer. And if they don't honor it, well, you just kind of wasted your money on it. And I mean, there are quite a few one-star reviews on this. And this is just one website. There's a second website, which is Reviewopedia, which again, very similar in terms of just review aggregate. They also put in their own review on it, but it's not good. It's not good. So very bad, Johnson's very bad. And this is of January of this year. Do not buy this product, all crap, full of sugar, salt, and nothing ready to eat. Again, January this year, ordered some short-term emergency food from this company. They do not produce the MREs in-house. It is outsourced. Received mine, and while the website says they are good for up to 3 years, that doesn't mean up to 3 years from when you get them. Mine arrived already 1 year old, so it was already through 30% of its supposed shelf life, which is not fun, with a best date of only 2 years from now. I called customer service and was told I could send back, but the shipping would be deducted from my refund. So that's very important, because if you're shipping on a personal account versus a commercial account, if you bought a pallet of food, well, that could be several $100s very easily that you're not getting back, because of course what they sent you wasn't fresh, which is kind of the whole point of buying long-term storage food, is for it to be there for a long time. And if it's already through a third of its life, well, that's not great. Yeah, again, but you can just read a lot of these reviews, and it is deceptive advertising / fear mongering. Not great reviews. So I'm going to put them a little bit lower down the list in the kind of scummy category. Not that preparedness is in any way a bad thing. Of course, you should be prepared. But it just seems like my Patriot supply specifically, that kind of markets off of, let's say, fear porn, that markets off of I don't want to say pushing narratives or whatnot, but kind of has that reputation of fear mongering or whatnot, to not actually supply, patriots, which is kind of how their marketing implies, and then using gun tubers to push it as well, to not actually back the product in and have really good customer service. Again, when you're going to be using this food in some cases for up to like 10 years or so, not a good positive indicator to actually buy their stuff. And keep in mind that stored food is not particularly expensive. Now, a good channel to check out is Magic Prepper. He does a lot of this sort of content, and he'll give you much better recommendations. If you go to like the Reddit for My Patriot Supply, which is also very negative, you'll see a lot of other recommendations for better things that are longer lasting, a better price, all sorts of just a better way to go than some. My Patriot Supply kind of feeds off of the naivety of their clientele by people who aren't in the prepper industry but feel like they should be prepped for an emergency might hear about Patriot Supply through a ad by a gun tuber or somebody else, because I'm sure they have other people advertising their stuff as well, and then they rush out to buy it, not really realizing the full ramifications of what they need, what's good, what's bad, so on and so forth, because again, they're not in the industry. So it is a big responsibility to market that kind of stuff towards people. And if the company isn't doing a great job of selling the right products to the right people, it's something that I don't particularly like, which is why I am fine putting it in the kind of scummy category.